What do you suppose Maggie's secret life is when we're not around?
Maggie's probably a closet intellectual.
You reckon?
I reckon she reads Tolstoy.
Hey Maggie.
She has a miniature.
Is that the face of an intellectual?
Good morning.
Good morning. We have our coffees. I'm still trying to wake up. Yeah, but today's a bit different because we're doing a sponsored video for Secret Life of Pets by Universal Pictures.
I'm very excited about it.
Yeah, me too. And it's got Louis C.K. in it, who's my favourite comedian.
No, I'm not excited about shooting the video because I'm not doing that, but I'm excited because I get to go.
Because you get to go to the premiere with me
I
next week.
get to go.
We're pretty rapt because next week they invited us to go to the premiere as part of doing a sponsored video, which is really cool because it means that when we're there we'll get to vlog it and you guys can see it too.
Not the film.
No.
We can't vlog the film.
No.
They might have something.
The premiere experience from a Z-list celebrity.
Yeah.
We're just gonna be in people's way. I've done the red carpet thing once before for Brandcast, and there's like a sea of people behind the red carpet fence thing, and they're all just waiting for someone that isn't you, and you just like walk down there early before the actual celebrities get there.
By the way, if Jazza ever goes to Brandcast again, can some people turn up and cheer for him?
Please.
Because
It's so lonely.
there was lots of screaming, and then there was Jazza.
Well, not screaming because there was death.
I've never been to a film premiere,
Well, neither have I. So we're both very excited about that.
and I think it looks actually like really funny.
It does, and it's always really nice when there's a really good fit for a sponsored video.
But I do wish I wasn't going in a way, because if he was a bit older, oh, this is the sort of opportunity. Like I'd love to say to you, don't take me, take MJ, and you know he'd feel so special and stuff. But right now he'd
One
just
day.
cry
One day,
and you'd have to leave. So someone asked about your pets in the comments from, I think it was yesterday's. I can't remember if I was reading yesterday's or the day before. And then someone else said, can you do a video introducing your pet?
All right, well, let's
or the same
introduce
person.
him. You ready?
Okay, this is Maggie.
Oh, thank you.
Maggie the pug.
Give us a brief background on Maggie's
Maggie was my dog. Actually, both of the dogs. We're like the Brady Bunch. We're a blended cat-dog family. So Jazza came when we got married with a cat, and I came with two pugs. And I had Maggie before I met Jazza. She is a rescue pug. They're both rescue pugs. Well, she came from a puppy farm, and she was literally nearly dead when I actually fostered her before I adopted her.
She was in a very, very
She was
bad way.
only 9 months old. She's actually used for breeding, and it's way too young, so she was really ill because of that. But now she's mega happy and goofy.
And this is Asia.
Asia's an old girl. Maggie's quite young. Maggie's maybe 3 or something. We're not quite sure because she's rescue. Maybe 3 or 4 around there.
Asia's an old lady.
Asia's
She's
like
a rescue
11.
Too, but sort of a different sort of rescue.
She's a rescue. She belonged to 2 lawyers who got a divorce, and they had bought her as a puppy, as a present. She was only about 9 months old. When they get on so well, these two. They sleep together on their pug bed, and they play with each other. So it's all good. Okay, so this is the other half of the family.
Yeah. This is
The blended family.
Yes. And Max lived with me for a number of years, and for those of you who saw the recent Challenge of the Month on pets, you'll remember that Max was sick at the time, and he was very, very sick at the time. I thought he had like a week or 2.
The vet told us he has cancer. He has cancer all through his body because they did a scan and saw it was all lumpy. We didn't get biopsies because we thought that would be miserable for him. If he was going to go, he might as well go happy. So we took him home, gave him chicken, and here he is.
Now he's a fatty.
Yeah, he'll only eat chicken.
Yeah, only. So we spent a long time.
No cat food.
While he was sick, trying to find different cat foods or something that he'd like, all the luxury ones, all the fancy foods. In the end, It was when he was like at death's door and we tried to just give him chicken that we cooked and added water to, and now that's all he eats.
So in his secret life, he's definitely a restaurant critic.
Yeah.
Where's he gone?
But he only likes the one meal. So I'm in the studio ready to go, and I have a bit of a different setup this time. I'm using two Logitech C920s because I want a better video quality in the drop down filming. Some people have noted that my current method of filming with the top down is a bit dated, and I agree, so I'm trying to find ways to improve that, but this is my temporary solution. I finished recording the sponsored video. It's a left-handed drawing challenge where I draw Maggie and Max with my left hand. I did like a sample with my right hand just of a random dog, which I showed me drawing at the start of the video, like super quick, just to show that I can draw, but I'll leave the results of the actual challenge for you to enjoy as a surprise when the video comes out. It'll probably come out in like a couple of weeks. So the dirty little secret is I actually didn't do any cleaning yesterday, and that is what I'll be doing for the rest of the day. Cleaning and then planning. I've mostly finished cleaning, but as you can see, there's a massive pile of stuff that needs sorting out, and the problem is I don't really have room for it. This is my storage cupboard, and as you can see, it is pretty chockers. And the real bummer about this is has a whole bunch of my favourite comics and how to draw books, and they're all just sort of hidden away. And then on top of that, I have a whole bunch of Challenge of the Month prizes and boxes that are better in storage than on display. Now, obviously won't be able to get this done today, but I have two plans. One is to replace this with a big cork board so I can display all of the amazing fan art that you guys have given me at the meetups and stuff. And then I actually want to make use of this corner, which is sort of used for nothing. So eventually I'm going to build like a corner shelf so I can actually display all my how to draw books and stuff, and then use that cupboard just for storage. And then all of this will be clean. But for now, I'm just going to leave it like this to remind me to do that stuff. And in the course of planning, which will come next, I'll start to actually plan time to put up that board and build the shelfie thing. If I look back to previous months, you can see that I sort of underestimated my schedule at times, to the point where I had many days of work in single days, and it leaked into weekends, and there was lots of unfortunate crunch time. So I have a strategy to avoid this happening in future. In previous months, I scheduled on 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to limit myself to scheduling Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and I'm going to completely exclude Fridays, so that I'll always have a spare day in theory. I expect it to always fill up, because by the time I get to Friday, I'll have not finished something, or something will have come along that I won't have planned on. But the point is, those are the two things that have always overfilled my schedule. Me not finishing the things because I underestimate them, and because things come out of nowhere, like today's video, the Secret Life of Pets video, came sort of from an email out of nowhere, and you sort of have to shift things around to fit things like that, because there are always times involved, and you know, you want to be flexible. So moving forward, in all upcoming months, I'm going to schedule with the exclusion of Friday. And I'm really hoping that that solves a lot of problems that I've been having. Also, I've stocked up, as you can tell, on loads of these stickers for like events and work things. So I'm going to spend the next couple of hours planning and scheduling and doing all that stuff. And I don't want to bore you with that, because it takes time and it's very repetitive and it's sort of boring. But with the magic of editing, I will take you to the finished result right now. Wow, that filled up quickly. Okay, well, as you can see, I've only really filled in Monday to Thursday, as I mentioned, and I've left Friday free, except for, as you can see here, Project Greenwing is re-emerging. Still no word yet on when I can reveal what that is, but the news behind the scenes keeps getting better and better. Otherwise, it's all pretty straightforward stuff, very ambitious stuff. I have some mini documentary work that I'm working on, sort of on the history of independent animation and the behind the scenes of the Tellteller and stuff. Working on an Adobe Max presentation. You'll see a few deadlines pop up through the process because in November, I'm going to San Diego where I'll be doing 3 different presentations. Really looking forward to that. And then throughout September, there's quite a lot happening, Challenge of the Month plans and whatnot. But aside from all of that, I have this nifty board here, and that is revealing a finally solidified color chart thing. So these big green labels are videos and these small green labels are the actual video that will be released, and then the yellow is a project, so working on a different project or whatever, then orange is a task, so things like building the shelves I want to build or whatever, and then the pink is a client or sponsor job. And the reason I have this board is A, to remind me of the color thing and what I'm looking at here, but also B, so that I can take these off and place them when I have time or room for them. And these are things that I don't have deadlines for or that aren't due anytime too soon. And so if I have a free day on one of these Fridays and nothing has come up or I'm not late, I can transfer one of those over there. But also every time I get a new idea or something that I want to work on, I can add it. And this is sort of like a continual to-do list. Well, that'll do. We've talked enough about organising and scheduling, and we'll wrap it up with a question of the day, who I'll take from user DrawIt2, who says, can you tell us some of the things you like the least or that have proven most challenging being a YouTube artist entrepreneur? The thing I like the least is when, with a big channel, people sort of make assumptions or judgments on you as a person when really you're presenting yourself in an entertainment form. The thing I like the least is when people sort of make assumptions about who I am through some of my content. It's just sort of par for the course, I guess. And as far as what is proven most challenging, definitely scheduling. I am not naturally good at it, and I'm trying to get better. I'm really hoping that this little solution I have is going to help me, but that's been a real struggle. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching. Leave your question of the day in the comments section, and hopefully I'll be able to get to that in a future video. Otherwise, I will see you tomorrow.